New at 11, public radio has always relied on the power of the community, and now that power is being put to the test. After losing hundreds of thousands of dollars in federal support, one northern Michigan station is leaning on the community it serves more than ever.
I'm Ellie Katz. You're listening to IPR News from Interlochen.
For more than 60 years, Interlochen Public Radio has been a trusted voice for news.
Environmental groups from across Michigan are supporting legislation to require
classical music,
a beautiful performance by the English Chamber Orchestra,
and community conversation.
So we really try to capture a sense of northern Michigan in our broadcasts.
You're listening to IPR News Radio.
While that voice comes from the IPR studio on the campus of Interlochen Center for the Arts, it stretches not just throughout northern Michigan, but the whole world.
Monthly, on average, at least 30,000. And like I said, about a third of those are streaming from outside of northern Michigan.
And it's those 30,000 monthly listeners who help keep the mics on here.
The bulk of our funding, something like 75% of our funding, comes from listener support, community support. 3 times a year, IPR holds on-air fundraising events. You, our listeners, have always been the foundation of this station. Help keep that up.
But now these fund drives are more urgent than ever.
Because we need to fill that hole.
That hole was left after recent federal funding cuts to the Corporation for Public Broadcasting.
Overnight, we are without hundreds of thousands of dollars.
In July, President Trump signed a bill canceling about $1.1 billion that was destined for the CPB.
We weren't surprised, given the climate. I think more than anything, I was just disappointed.
The CPB not only funds NPR and PBS, but also more than 1,500 local public radio and TV stations across the country, including IPR.
Public radio stations and public television stations in rural areas of the country are going to take the biggest hit.
Federal funding accounted for about 14% of IPR's budget.
So we have a $300,000 annual hole in our budget.
$300,000 is a big hole.
It was tough to see.
But the station is doing what it can to make sure no one loses their job and programs stay on the air.
Well, we are doing what we can to make cuts here and there. We're not doing any conference travel this year. We're cutting back on things like our marketing budget. Some professional development opportunities. We're just putting pause on those for the year while the dust settles.
While that dust settles, staff at IPR are relying on the foundation of the station.
I feel confident that IPR is going to be here. We just need our community to pitch in and stay behind us. Like I said, that is the foundation of the station. It always has been, it always will be.
And in the meantime, staff say they're more motivated than ever to connect people with classical music.
Enjoy this music by Jenny Brandon next.
And provide high-quality local news.
Connecting you to northern Michigan and the world. We've been here for a really long time. We've been embedded in this community for a really long time. We're going to be here for a really long time, regardless of the federal funding.
Amanda says there's always a chance of needing to cut staff or programming due to losing that federal money, but she's confident IPR's strong base of supporters will step in and help fill that gap. And we do have a link to donate to IPR over on our website, UpNorthLive.com.